Hi, my name is Elizabeth Worthy. I'm the nutritionist here at Montgomery Heart and Wellness, and today I'm going to show you how to make a bitter melon salsa. So bitter melon looks like a very large, ugly cucumber. It is great for blood glucose control. So the first thing I'm going to show you is how to fabricate your bitter melon. So I'm going to cut it in half, and I'm going to cut it in half again. So if you notice, it has these ugly ribs with the seeds. You want to scoop this out. Now, the name is bitter melon, and it's not lying, it's quite bitter. This part, the seeds and the rib, is even more bitter than the fruit itself, than the vegetable itself. So scoop that out, and then we're just going to chop it into large chunks. But however, because it is so bitter, you may want to cut it into very, very small chunks so you're not getting a big piece of bitterness on your tongue. So we're going to add it on top of 2 tomatoes that I diced. So we only used half of a large bitter melon and 2 tomatoes so far. Okay, so now for a little spice. It is a salsa. We have 1 fresh jalapeno with the ribs and seeds removed, just as we removed the bitter melon ribs and seeds. Now we have 3 cloves of garlic. Sounds like a lot of garlic, but we want a lot of flavor to cover up the bitterness from the bitter melon. Garlic is also very good for hypertension and high cholesterol, so if you have either one of those along with your diabetes, it's also great to eat on a regular basis. We have 3 green onions that I diced. You could replace it with red onion or yellow onion, whatever you have. And now we have fresh cilantro. A lot of cilantro. Like I said, we want a lot of flavor. So we can't forget about fresh cracked black pepper, some sea salt, just to taste, and now some apple cider vinegar. So apple cider vinegar is also very good for blood glucose control. So you're getting a double whammy today. So just about a tablespoon or so, just enough to coat everything. You could really use any other vinegar you like. Now if you wanted to add avocado to this, add a creamy component, you could do that as well. Now I would mix this, let it stand in the fridge for a couple hours just to kind of break down the bitter melon, let all of the flavors mold together. And then you have a nice summer salsa. Enjoy.